Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and today I'll be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading. Interesting, this card was already flipped over, so we're going to go with that, and this card just flew out. For the readings this month, I'm using my Morgan Greer Tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, and then I will close out your reading, Capricorn, with a Crystal Angels Oracle card. All right, so the cards have been moving. So I feel we need to get right into it, Capricorn. So let's do that. All right, so lots of good cards here. So starting off in April, we've got this Ten of Swords. Now this is a card that talks about disappointment and feeling betrayed by someone. Now, I know that's probably not very exciting to see once we move into the first week of April, but it's going to be okay. This is not going to be a permanent situation. This is not going to be something that affects you long term. And it's not going to affect your finances. Why? Because you have two of the most positive cards in the deck showing up also at this time. Okay, so now, because this is the first card, this tells me this is something that probably is carrying over from March. So maybe it's a situation you're dealing with personally, excuse me, not necessarily in your work or, money life, but it looks like it's a situation that you need to deal with because it does carry over into April. Okay. Now again, because we are focused on money here, this could be distracting you from making money. And I'm picking up that that's probably why this card showed up. Maybe there's something that disappointed you or upset you and it's distracting you from your goals of making money. Okay. We also have the Moon card. Now the Moon card talks about you don't have all the answers or all the information. Now this could be related to this. Maybe you're upset, but maybe you don't have all the details. Maybe you don't have the full story. Okay. So kind of take that into consideration when you are kind of processing, everything that's happened or everything that's going on. But here's where things get really, really exciting. We have the Nine of Cups here. We also have the Ten of Cups. The Nine of Cups is the wish card. Whatever you're wishing for, it's starting to make its way to you in the first week of April. Okay. The other thing about this card is that it really means that if you're wishing for success or money or anything like that, you are going to get it. Okay. You are going to start seeing signs of it show up for you. We also have this Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands talks about taking on a heavy load. Be careful that you don't overwork or overburden yourself, especially in the pursuit of making more money. There's nothing wrong with working hard, and there's nothing wrong with being busy and staying productive. But we have to make sure we don't burn ourselves out, right? We have to make sure we take care of our health and our wellness first. We also have the Six of Pentacles. Now that's a card of generosity. Again, Capricorn, you're in a position to give. You're in a position because you have more. You're in a position to share with others. Whether that be money, time, resources, knowledge, experience, any of those things, you are a giver. Okay, so that's really, really good. Finally, we have the Ten of Cups, another positive card. This is the card of celebration, happiness, joy. The answer is yes. You win. You're successful. All of those things. So you may have some emotional stuff you're dealing with, but it's not going to affect your money. Okay, so just be very aware of that, Capricorn. All right, so let's see what else shows up for Capricorn as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of April 2023. Nice. Okay. All right, Capricorn, so we've got improved communication. Now, this is good to see on this Ten of Swords because this means that communication is improved, and it means that whatever the situation is, you talk it out, you work it out, and you're okay. Things are all good. Why? Because we have the Strength card. The Strength card talks about literally physical strength, but it also talks about things being strong. Maybe you rebuild a relationship that is stronger, better. It could also talk about physical health, mental health, emotional health, Whatever the case may be, this card is in the upright, so that means it is positive. It is good. You are strong, or you are getting stronger as we move throughout the month of April. We also have the Three of Pentacles. Now, the Three of Pentacles talks about you being recognized for the good work that you do. It fell on to this Nine of Cups, so I wouldn't be surprised if whatever you want is a result of you being fabulous at whatever it is that you do, especially as it relates to work, career, your business, whatever. Okay, people see that you are an expert. People see that you know what you're doing. We also have the Justice card. The Justice card means a decision is made in your favor. Again, that is going to be something that definitely impacts your finances in a positive way. Now, this could be something legal. It could be something in your work, in your business, whatever the case may be. A decision is made in your favor and it benefits your money. Or I should say benefits you and your money. Finally, we do have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles means that you are going to be very, very busy. You're going to be doing a lot of work. The other thing about that card is it means that sometimes you are choosing to be productive. You are choosing to work more. And you know that that is going to demand a temporary sacrifice of other things, you know, because you want to make the money. And I think we kind of all go through these phases where, you know, we're all about work, work, work. And of course that doesn't last forever, but there's nothing wrong with that either. There's nothing wrong with working hard. There's nothing wrong, like we talked about here, being busy and kind of really, you know, doing what you need to do in order to make the money that you want to make. And it looks like that's probably going to be your focus once we hit that second week of April, Capricorn. Excuse me. So let's get right into it and see what else is showing up for the second half of April. What else do we need to know for the sign of Capricorn as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? This card was flipped over, so we are going to put that down. All right, the second half of April, really good. Now we do have a repeater card, the Moon card and the Moon card. All right, let's start with the Ace of Swords. Now the Ace of Swords talks about breakthroughs. It also talks about something is finally eliminated that allows you to make more money. Okay, this is exciting because there was something that could have been holding you back or getting in your way, and it was kind of affecting your ability to make more money. The other thing about this card is that it also talks about a breakthrough. Something happens where it totally changes the game for you, and you're like, wow, now there's no limit. There's no slowdown for the money that I desire to make, Capricorn. Next up, we have the King of Swords. That's another card of elimination energy. The King of Swords talks about removing something or someone that is standing in the way of him and his goals. He has no hesitation about saying no. He has no regrets about removing anything that could possibly impact his money. Okay, so this is a very powerful place to be because you're not afraid to say no. You're not afraid to confront whatever needs to be confronted. Next up, we have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant talks about playing by the rules, but sometimes you got to make up your own rules. I think in the money game, Capricorn, you do best and you find the most success by creating your own rules as you go. Now, that doesn't mean that you just kind of do something willy-nilly, but it does mean that sometimes you have to kind of do your own thing, and you don't have to necessarily follow the plan that has been set before you. It looks like you're going to have a lot more success doing things your way in your own timing, and kind of creating your own rules for the game, like I said. Now we also have the Five of Cups. Now the Five of Cups does talk about regret over something lost. Now I'm feeling like this is more of an emotional card. I'm not picking up that this is directly money related, but it could impact your money if you have feelings that kind of distract you from doing what you need to do. But you're having second thoughts about something that you probably, something that kind of happened in your emotional life. It does show up once we hit the second week of, or the second half of April. And it could be related to what we talked about here, because the next card is the Moon card. That's that repeater card. Now the Moon card talks about, again, you may not have all the information. You don't know all the details. You may, something could be deliberately being hidden from you, right? I mean, we've all been in that position before where someone, purposely does not give us all the information. But again, I don't feel like it's something you need to worry about, and I don't feel like it's something that you could change even if you wanted to. Okay, now this, like I said, I feel like this is something personal. It's not necessarily something directly money, work, business, career related. Now next up, we do have the Nine of Pentacles. That's a fabulous card, one of my favorite cards, because that's the card of extravagance, lavish abundance. It's also the card of investing in yourself. So if you have the opportunity to do so, Capricorn, take some time to invest in yourself, however that looks for you. Could be treating yourself to something, or it could be maybe spending money on a course, or maybe a coaching program, or investing in a mentor of some sort. But definitely you're going to win if you invest in yourself, and if you continue to invest in yourself, it will never be wasted. That money, time, effort, and energy will never be wasted, and it will always pay off in some way. All right, Capricorn, let's see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of April 2023. All right, Capricorn, now we've got some good stuff happening here. Now, the Seven of Pentacles talks about you being on the top of your game as it relates to work. So you may feel like you've mastered something already and you just don't feel challenged. That's kind of the energy of this card. You know, it means that there's something you're really, really good at, and for you it's really, really easy, and it's not even a challenge. It's simple. But this is kind of where you kind of go on autopilot, and you do find that you can make money quickly, or I should say faster, easier, with less effort, okay? But the thing is sometimes it's boring, sometimes it's monotonous, and sometimes it's mundane, right? I've done jobs like that where I'm really good at it, but it's just not something I want to do, but hey, it paid the bills, okay? So there's nothing wrong with that, but eventually that is something you're going to outgrow, and you will level up from that, okay? You're not going to be stuck in that type of situation forever. We also have the Two of Cups in the reverse. Now that's a divine separation from something. Again, it could be a relationship, but not always. It could be leaving a job. It could be leaving a situation that you just don't find valuable anymore. So I wouldn't be surprised if you do walk away from something. Again, we talked about that here. But yeah, you will graciously leave someone or something as we close out the month of April. Next up, we have the Four of Pentacles. So you have to pay attention to the budget here. Pay attention to your receipts, your statements, your invoices, because errors are made. Looks like you're going to find one here, and it could cost you money if you don't get it corrected or bring it to the attention of the person or place that can correct it, okay? So that's just kind of a heads up. Pay attention to your receipts because people do make mistakes. Next up, we do have the Page of Cups. That is an offer coming your way. It looks like it's going to be a very exciting and attractive offer. This is going to be something money related. This is something that's going to benefit you greatly. But there probably is going to be some things that you're going to have to negotiate as it relates to this offer, right? You don't necessarily have to say yes right away, but you could be in a position to negotiate for more, or maybe something a little bit different, something a little bit more tailored to your exact needs, okay? So really take your time with this offer, because yes, there is going to be financial benefit, but I'm getting the sense that you could get even more, okay, if you put it out there. Finally, we have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. That's the card of collaboration. When that card is in the reverse, it means that you do your best work independently. A lot of the signs have been getting that this month. I get the sense that a lot of us need to kind of do our own thing. We need to work by ourselves because we tend to be most productive, most creative, working that way. You know, not to say that there isn't a time and place for doing group projects, but for the most part, I'm feeling like this time, this phase, is a lot of us working by ourselves, maybe for ourselves, and working independently in the way that we want to work, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. So Capricorn, you've got a fantastic month in April. You've got decisions being made in your favor. Looks like you're going to be busy with work. Your wish is coming true. Success is on the way. Self-improvement, self-development, and an offer where I think you can get even more than what they're putting on the table. All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Crystal Angels Oracle card. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay, this one says Tiger's Eye. Self-confidence through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. That's a very beautiful card. And yeah, self-confidence, I'm thinking about that. And yeah, that is something that a lot of us do struggle with. But I think it's something that can be overcome, right? So, definitely something to think about, Capricorn. All right, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, please drop them down in the comments below. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.